The NBA just officially dropped the first round of fan voting results for this year's All-Star game, and we've got 20 players from each conference making the cut. If I had to sum up these results in one word, it would be shocking. LeBron James is sitting all the way down at ninth in the West. We're talking about a guy who's made 21 straight All-Star appearances and been the leading vote getter 10 times, but his numbers in the fan vote this year are just not there. If things don't change drastically, we might actually see LeBron miss out on an All-Star start for the 2026 game. So, why is LeBron losing the fan favorite status? Let's dive into it. Let's look at the LeBron situation. He just celebrated a birthday and is officially 41 years old. As the oldest player in the league, the fact that he's even on this list is a miracle in itself. But compared to the massive popularity he's had in the past, sitting at ninth in the West feels like he's losing his grip a bit. The reason isn't that hard to figure out. LeBron has taken a backseat this year, and his stats have naturally taken a dip across the board. Without those monster numbers, it's tough to compete with the guys at the top. On top of that, the Lakers have a new favorite son in Luka, who is definitely stealing some of LeBron's thunder and his votes. There's also the fact that LeBron made the All-Star team last year but didn't actually play, which might have left a sour taste in the mouths of fans who don't want to waste their vote again. As it stands, he's likely going to lose his starting spot. With the new All-Star format this year, each conference selects 12 players. The top 5 inches voting get the start, and the remaining 7 reserves are picked by the coaches. With LeBron at ninth, his All-Star fate might be in the hands of the coaches. From a pure impact standpoint, LeBron might not be a coach's first choice right now. But considering the All-Star game is all about entertainment, and LeBron is still the biggest name in the game, the coaches will likely still give him the nod. Plus, LeBron has the biggest fan base in the world. If his fans turn it up in the next round of voting, he could still fight his way back into the top 5 and earn that start. Barring anything crazy, we should still witness the 22nd All-Star journey of this legendary icon. On the flip side, his teammate Luka Doncic has officially become the league's new golden boy. He's leading the way as the top vote getter in the first stage with nearly 1.25 million votes. Since moving to Los Angeles, Luka's life has been on another level. Not only is he averaging a career-high 30-plus points, but his popularity has skyrocketed playing for a powerhouse like the Lakers. He's currently beating out guys like Nicola Jokic and Giannis for that top spot. If Luka can keep up this 30-point scoring tier and the Lakers can show up their defense through trades to stay competitive, he's got a great chance to hold on to this lead. Alright, Luka's biggest threat, Giannis, is currently swirling in trade rumors, and the Bucks' record has been underwhelming, so the former Vote King might have to hand over the crown this season. Jokic, unfortunately, just went down with an injury and might miss some time, which makes it even harder for him to catch up to Luka in the polls. We'll have to wait and see if this young star carrying the burden of the Lakers' revival can secure his first ever All-Star vote title. Jokic and Stephen Curry sitting at second and third in the West makes total sense. You've got the best player in the league right now and a legendary superstar who is still balling out at an elite level. Their starting spots are basically guaranteed, so not much to debate there. However, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, last year's MVP finalist and currently leading the West, has shown seed is only at 4th. That honestly doesn't do justice to his skill level, but this is a fan vote, and Shai's popularity hasn't hit that supernova level just yet. Plus, some fans might not be vibing with his specific playstyle, which definitely hurts his numbers. Victor Wembanyama and Anthony Edwards at 5th and 6th is exactly what we expected. Both are the franchise cornerstones of powerhouse teams in the West. Ant-Man has that flashy style that fans love, and Wemby is showing the world what it looks like when an alien plays basketball. Between their winning record, stats, and hype, both have a real shot at starting. Now, this next one caught me totally off guard. Deni Avdija from the Blazers actually outranked guys like KD, LeBron, and Harden. He's sitting at 7 in the West. If you look at the stats, Avdija's 25 PPG doesn't touch KD or Harden. His team, the Blazers, are sitting at 10th in the West, so they aren't exactly world beaters. And in terms of pure fame, most casual fans wouldn't even recognize him. Avdija's high ranking is purely due to the massive support from fans in his home country, Israel. For a country that doesn't produce many NBA stars, having a guy who's a legit starter and franchise core is a huge point of pride. The whole country is voting for him, so of course his numbers are huge. That said, his chances of actually starting are slim, and he will likely need a coach's vote to make the final cut. Austin Reaves has finally broken through his ceiling this year with a career best season, and the fans are rewarding him for it. He's currently 10th in the West. That gives the Lakers 3 players in the top 10. Reaves is playing at an all-star level, and with his undrafted underdog narrative, seeing him at 10th isn't that surprising. Seeing Brandin Podziemski in the top 20 as a sophomore is pretty wild. He's not a household name yet, and his stats aren't exactly eye-popping. He's averaging 18 points, and he's still got some work to do on his three-point shot. But he's the second or third option on a Warriors team that's second in the West, and with Steph missing some games, he stepped into the spotlight. As for the host City Clippers, their 2 stars made the list, James Harden at 12th and Kawhi Leonard at 13th. You've got to give the hosts some respect, and with the Clippers trending upward, coaches will likely pick them as reserves. Now, moving over to the East. Giannis at Hasson is a no-brainer. He's the undisputed king of the Eastern Conference. This actually creates a situation where both conference leaders are international players. In fact, this is the most international all-star field we've ever seen. The league's elite tier is dominated by global talent. We're talking about 8 international players in the West top 20 and 6 inches the East. If you count Joel Embiid, that's 15 international players out of the 40 names listed. The NBA might be a North American league, but its influence is officially global. Trailing right behind Giannis is Philly's Tyrese Maxey, though he got a bit of a lucky break here. This year, the All-Star ballot removed frontcourt, backcourt restrictions, and the voting interface listed players by their PPG. Maxey is the leading scorer in the East, which gave him a huge advantage. Otherwise, it would be tough for him to be ahead of guys like Cade Cunningham, who is leading the Hasson seed, or Jaylen Brown, who just won a chip. Speaking of Jaylen Brown, he might be the most underappreciated Finals MVP in recent memory. He's got the ring, and he's led the Celtics to 3rd in the East. But fans still have this bias where they view him as Jason Tatum's sidekick. In reality, there isn't a huge gap between them. They just have different roles. Tatum is the better shooter and playmaker, while Brown is the superior slasher and isolation scorer. The fans only voted Brown 6th, which feels like they're just relying on the old narrative. His actual performance this year is on par with Giannis. Plus, the Celtics are a legacy franchise. With Tatum dealing with injuries and trade rumors, Boston fans are going to put all their energy into Jaylen Brown. I'm betting he'll leapfrog Donovan Mitchell in the media and player vote to earn a starting spot. The new Hawk King, Jalen Johnson, is finally getting the recognition he deserves. This season, his individual numbers have exploded and he's kept the Hawks competitive. With his look, his Duke pedigree, and his high-flying, rim-rattling playstyle, he's earned that 8th spot. Buddy Hield and Michael Porter Jr. are the two wild cards on the list. Their teams aren't in the playoff picture right now, but their individual play has kept them in the top 20. MPJ, especially, has been in trade rumors lately. If he gets moved to a high market team, his popularity will only go up. LaMelo Ball is sitting at 11th, a massive drop from previous years. He's always been a guy whose fame outweighed his actual impact. Aside from one All-Star not fueled by hype, he hasn't won any major individual awards. He's lived off his flashy highlights and his dad's marketing, which built him a massive fan base. He's always been a top jersey seller too, but it seems like the fans are finally waking up this year. When it comes to the coach's picks, he's likely going to be the odd man out. Finally, I have to talk about the Knicks Magic. The New York Knicks had their entire starting five make the top 20, including Josh Hart, who only averages 12 points. After the Knicks won the NBA Cup, it feels like New York has been set on fire with championship hopes again. The fans are showing their love the only way they know how, by stuffing the ballot box.